What's the deal, YouTube? We're back with the Big Gamer Small Talk Podcast. We got a skeleton crew here today, but guess what? When our back is against the wall, we put up the best shows. But like I said, it's kind of quiet on the news front, so we're just gonna sit here and talk about, you know, barbershop talk. I mean, like I said, E3 is around the corner. We'll give you guys our expectations. Crap said in the past, he's been a little disappointed with this generation, and I did a bit of a day talking about that. If you haven't checked it, go by and check it out. That's a shameless plug there. But we're going to talk about what we expect from the big three, maybe at this year's E3 and whatever else comes to mind. So we want to tackle first.
Yeah, we can start with that. I mean, if you guys want to, if you want to start off with maybe Microsoft, what they're going to start with.
Okay.
Like a lot of people are saying, hey, they got to have a good show, and let's face it, no matter what they do, Sony's going to go last, and then they're going to show some kind of CGI bullshit, and people are going to be like, whoa, Sony wins, yes, you know what I mean? Because that's what people do. I mean, what did I say last year? I said, hey, they're going to show some quote-unquote in-game footage for Uncharted 4, and people are going to buy it hook, line, and sinker and say
that was not in-game footage neither.
Exactly, and they're going to say, Sony won, oh my god, even though we knew it was like the worst show ever, and they were talking about powers, and Mr. Peanut was there, and it was just really, it was really...
Hey man, Penguin had me cracking up laughing, man. Dude was just there just to be there, I guess. I don't know.
The big killer was when he folded his hands and rested them motherfuckers on his stomach like.
Oh yeah. Hey, he was sitting there, man, belly handing.
Yeah.
No more chunky peanut cluster dudes, man. No more of those for Sony. I don't want to see that trash.
But to me, honestly, I think Sony has kind of lost their stage presence since Jack Tritton's not there anymore. Like he was the showman, you know what I mean? Them jokers they got a bit now, like ooh, like you know what I mean? And you can see, I forgot what's their new boss. I forgot the new boss name, but he
Lyman or Layman or whatever his name is, right?
Take a picture from Phil Spencer's, book and with the T-shirt and jeans and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they so marked out to that, because before Jack Trent was wearing the suit or whatever, and that's how he was. Then you see Phil Spencer coming out there with like the little sport joke, kind of do like an Apple Steve Jobs type thing, kind of more relaxed or whatever, like hipper. And then all of a sudden the Sony people started doing that too. But that guy is total asshole because he doesn't know what to do with his hands. He's always doing like the Bill Clinton thing, like what we have here. You know what I'm saying? It's like ridiculous. Like I can't take that guy seriously. And when Yoshida comes out there, it's over. You can't stop laughing at that guy. Wasn't it at E3 he had like a suit that was like 3 sizes too big?
No, that was I think that was Gamescom. He had that big ass suit on, like he straight.
Yeah, it looked like he was about a 3-year-old in that suit.
Like he straight hopped in the casket, and it was.
Yeah, it was funny, man. I was like, that's hilarious. I was like, is he like?
No, I'm gonna tell you the funniest shit ever. When he unboxed that motherfucking PS4, when he had them brown leather gloves on.
Oh yeah, them gloves.
That motherfucker had some brown leather gloves. Like,
hey man, normally when somebody unbox something that they want to say sacred, it's white gloves.
Yeah.
Not brown. You know what I'm saying? He ain't had nothing. He had brown mittens. I can't believe that trash.
He had some brown. He had some motherfucking brown leather freezy.
Brown mittens.
Word up. But like I said before, it's
hey
like
man, them wasn't no ordinary gloves neither. Them was freezer gloves, bro.
I said, ooh.
This dude was working at the ice cream shop.
Yeah, I said, Sony hurt financially. That motherfucker just showed the show with some brown gloves. But
them bad boys was Teflon coated.
Here's the thing, though. Check it out.
That Teflon on that bad baby.
Nintendo's gonna go first, right? Whatever they're gonna have, they're another not gonna take to the stage and.
Yeah, they're definitely not. There's not even gonna be Zelda there.
Well, I don't watch Nintendo's E3 stuff anyways. To be honest with you, I can give a rat ass with this.
But I'm gonna tell you this: Nintendo's gonna win.
Oh yeah.
This was Microsoft. But check it out though. Well, as far as like I said, how can Nintendo win if they didn't take the stage? Like to me, to win E3, you're gonna get up there on the big stage, and the reason why Nintendo doesn't take the big stage is because they don't have enough content to show. Their show is like 27 minutes. They don't have any third-party support whatsoever. You know what I mean? They're just showing a few, their exclusives, and that's it. Game over. But But as far as Microsoft, like I said, I know what I want. You know what I mean? Like I said before, this generation right here, man, like I'm just really disappointed. Like, even with I understand that when generation starts, you get a lot of bullshit games, but I know even last generation, if I wanted to play Condemned, I had to go out and get a Xbox 360. If I wanted to play Quake, I had to get an Xbox 360. If I wanted to play DOA 4, I had to. And those games I know couldn't be done on previous generations. So, I felt like my purchase was validated. Then a year later, I got Gears of War. You know what I mean? The first Gears of War. But with this generation, like I said, 95% of our games are on last year. I'm not even talking about the remasters. I'm just talking about all the cross-gen, development. That shit needs to go. That shit needs to die. That shit needs to stop right now, because if that was the case, to be honest, I could have saved $2,000. I went out there in day one and pre-ordered both of those motherfuckers. Mad games, you know what I mean? I'm just like, oh shit. Now once you get past the pretty pictures and the pretty colors, it's like, all right, that game's on 360, that game's on the PS3. Like, that shit's gonna stop up. What I'm expecting from Microsoft, the E3, what I want, when I'm expecting what I want, it's two different things. I want them to go out there and really close the show. Like, you know what I mean? Don't leave no room at the top. You know what I mean? Go out there, show us Gears of War 4. Some in-game footage, a trailer, whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? Show us something, you know what I mean? I need more than just the cog signal. The cog signal, like, you know what I mean? Go out to show some Gears of War 4. Okay, all right. Show us, I guess they're going to show some Quantum Break, another chapter of that game, because the game is being pushed back to next year. I know we're going to see some Tomb Raider in-game footage. Of course, we're going to see the Halo 5 campaign, which I heard they're supposed to set the bar as far as graphically for these next generation consoles. This is what the studio said. This game is going to look better than The Order. And that's just not much. This is what Bungie said. So I can take their word for it. So, boom. Of course, we're going to most likely see some.
Is it going to be cinematic, though, with the cinematic aspect ratio?
That's the soundtrack for all that shit. It's over the top, you know what I mean? So then we got the Fable Legends. I don't know what they're going to do with Phantom Dust, because they done fired one studio. You know what I mean? I hope to see some more from Crackdown.
You know what sucks is the Phantom Dust video that came out looked fantastic.
It does. It did.
Yeah.
It did.
Indestructible environments? Are you kidding me? Come on.
Yeah, it did. It took me back. I forgot about us running around and upstairs, like in those fucking parking lots or some shit that we were saying. What else? Crack. We got to see something Crackdown. Scalebound.
Well, let me ask you guys this real quick. Not that we'll bounce back to this in a second. Next year's lineup looks impressive too, because I think that we're going to get Gears 4. You're going to get. I can almost guarantee they'll push Scalebound into next year now. I think you're going to see Crackdown, Quantum Break, Phantom Dust all next year. I think that's a phenomenal lineup. You know what I mean? And I still think we're going to get a Gears collection this year, or some type of Gears game.
To me, I'm gonna say this. It feels like this year, and just since this next generation has started, I think they underestimated how evolved us as gamers are now. And what I mean by that is that we so in tune now more than ever. Back in the day when we was coming up, we kind of got in tune by reading magazines and subscribing to different magazines and doing all this little stuff. But now, I look in different groups, man, and this is people do so much dang on detective work and finding out these dang on articles and posting all this stuff and keeping us well informed of what's going on in gaming, period. And I just think Microsoft and Sony was not expecting that, because they still have an old format of how they operate. You know what I'm saying? And how they put out games and how they advertise games. It's still like an old style, but they're not caught up to how evolved we are as gamers and how fast we end things now. Like, the games are so easy now, to me. It's not a challenge anymore. It's the same format. And once you go through them, the storyline's dope, the The fighting system is nice. All that little stuff is all nice, but it's still a easy game to the point to where you just breeze through them a lot of times. And there's no puzzles. There's nothing to make you sit there and want to replay a lot of these games over again. So I just think this generation, as gamers, maybe we as gamers hit a ceiling. You know what I'm saying? That they can't fulfill anymore. What's y'all take on that?
Well, go ahead. Oh, okay. I was just.
That's a lot. I said a lot. I know. But go ahead.
Yeah, you're usually short-winded, but here you go. I think that I think that Sony and Microsoft probably didn't expect gamers to buy these consoles as quickly as they have with the adoption rate, even though. People might dog the Xbox One. You still have to realize it's 50-60% better than the 360 in sales at the same time. So that's still quite significant. And the PS4 is even above the PS2 numbers, which is great. And I think that kind of took people by surprise because if you remember, Microsoft jumped in a year early because they knew that's how they had to beat Sony, and they did a good job at that. You had to have good games out of the gate because people have known to wait for Sony products for their consoles, right? And Sony had that whole thing, next generation starts with us, you know what I mean? And it worked before. So Microsoft had to have good software, which is why they were showing off Gears of War. And, they had a pretty good lineup, and that first year was really good on the 360. With this one, I'm not sure that they've been, and then there was the change with with Phil Spencer, the head or whoever, and then there's a big shakeup and all that stuff. So I think that comes into it a bit as well. Also, a lot of the AA developers are nowhere to be found anymore. They're gone. They're under. So you basically have two types of games now. You have your AAA games and your indie games. You know what I mean? There's very few. There's very few anything else besides that, and that's kind of unfortunate. And that's why. Go ahead.
But what I'm saying though is that they know. Their job is to know exactly what gamers want. You know what I'm saying? They set kind of like, especially these game developers, they kind of put out these games in hopes that people will buy them, and they set trends with certain things. Have you really seen any innovation or something that you have not seen in a game before done in any game yet?
Have I seen anything that hasn't been done before? Not really. Hold on, let me think.
Let me see if I know what you're talking about.
You see what I'm saying? So that's basically what I'm saying. It's still the same format. I just think they was not ready for how evolved we got as gamers. I think a lot of us gamers are above and further ahead of where gaming development is at. That's basically what I'm saying.
All right. So you said, all right. Let me see. She said,
I'm sparking the conversation. Go ahead.
Okay, all right. So you talking about as far as this generation, right? Is there anything new this generation that we haven't seen last generation? What you're saying?
No, what I'm sitting here saying, I mean, you just look at the generation in general. I mean, a lot of these games been done before. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a new name. It's a new environment. It's a new the format is still the same. So what I'm saying is nothing new that's wowing us in these games. So therefore, we get bored with them a lot quicker.
You know what? I'm gonna say this. Maybe you may not agree. I believe Titanfall could have been that game if it didn't have to come to the 360. You understand what I'm saying? Because the concept was kind of ill, with the mechs and the Call of Duty shooting, and with the mech, like I said, that was slick. It never been done before. You know what I mean? I just think the game is so much more better, bigger maps, everything. You know what I mean? If it didn't have to come to the 360. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. What killed Titanfall to me was limitations. You know what I'm saying? Limitations on guns, limitations on the upgrading system. It was so limited. No story.
You know why?
You know what I'm saying? It was
a small team. It also was they making it for the PC and the Xbox One.
That's true. That is true.
Well, Bluepoint ported the game to 360. So
I'm just saying, still, but still was even though Bluepoint was making, you still had to see some people from what you call people, Respawn there to oversee it. You know what I mean? What's being done or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean?
I got a feeling that 2 is just going to be almost exactly the same thing. There's not going to be a story. I don't think that, because they've already said that Vince Zampella's already said that people don't play those stories on those things, or very few. You know what I mean? Which is bullshit in my opinion, because everybody I know at least tries to play through the story. You know, I like the option. I like to learn how the weapons work. I played through the story first almost every game. And you know what I'm saying?
I mean,
plus,
when I play Call of Duty,
when I play EA servers as well, so
when I play Call of Duty, I
be
went through the story before I hopped on
Battlefront as well. I mean, I hear what you're saying. You're saying there's not really much innovation yet, and I would agree with that. I think that I think it depends on what your expectations were, because I really was, you know, I never thought about resolution or anything like that for a new generation. I thought of bigger worlds, better AI, like living worlds. You know what I mean? Like grass grows or the thunderstorm. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the type of stuff that I wanted. I didn't give two shits about resolution. Tighten up the frame rates. Give us you know what I'm saying? Give us living worlds with better AI and dedicated servers for our multiplayer, and I would have been happy, you know?
Well,
but listen what you're saying. You're saying living worlds. You're saying living worlds. What that means is really an open environment where it feels real. Actually, you know what I'm saying? So if I see a building, I'll be able to go inside that building.
Hey, Sean, can you say that again?
Yeah.
Your mic broke up. Can you say that again, please?
I said, so if I see, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Yes.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
I said, if I see a building, I should be able to go in that building, and it should be things happening inside that building as well. That's what, to me, that's what living worlds mean. The environment is like feel lifelike. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these games that we have now, it don't feel lifelike. You know what I'm saying? It feels done before. Let's take a case in point. One of my favorite games was Grand Theft Auto. I like Grand Theft Auto. You couldn't go in everything in Grand Theft Auto. You know, it has the elements, but it was still kind of guiding you along the way through the story a little bit. You know what I'm saying? To where, you know, it had elements of, it feels world-like, but it just didn't capture it all the way to what you think you should have on this type of generation when they say living worlds. You know, there's some random things that happen, but as you play that game long enough, they kind of like on cue. You can kind of guess after a while. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I just think my expectations for this generation was like what Crap said: bigger worlds, you know, steady frame rates. I don't see why, you know, I can see why we now harp on resolution, because that's the mirage. That's something that gives them enough time to catch up to where we are as gamers. You know what I'm saying? Because this whole thing about resolution been just a mirage to me, to where it's just smoke and mirrors.
It's like to placate the Sony fanboys, basically, because they're beating their chests over that. You know what I'm saying? We're over here saying, but where's the games? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
where the games at?
Yeah, that's great. Okay, yippee yo. You know, you guys got some res. Good for you. We all cared about that exactly, dick, for the last 10 years. Nobody gave a shit. So congratulations, but that doesn't do me any good because there's no games. I've been going back and playing more 360. Then I stopped playing Infamous Second Son because it was boring, and was like, hey, I'll play Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag on 360, even though I already beat that on Xbox One, because that game's fun. I know, you know what I'm saying? It's like the games aren't fun. You know what I mean? I'm not having as good a time as I have had in the past on a lot of games. You know, with you know, it's just not fun to me. You know what I mean? Like, I have these, you know, I beat most of the stuff that I have on Xbox One, and now it's to the point where I'm not having as much fun, and my attention span is even less. So it's like,
that's the thing.
I'll be gaming, and I'll be like, hey, let me check my phone real quick and see what Twitter's up to. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, let me go grab a snack. You know what I mean? Because I get.
But you know, just to bring it back to the E3 thing, what I'm expecting to see games, not stuff that we had already know about. You know, I should not be seeing 2013 games that's been pushed back at this year's E3.
Well, they're definitely going to have to show some Tomb Raider and stuff. You have to show some of that stuff. You know what I mean?
But
you have to.
What I'm saying is they should have been showing stuff all year long, getting us hyped. I think a lot of things that's been happening is there's no excitement for these games until it's too late to get excited about.
I said that too. I was like, guess what? I was like, Halo 5 was the first time that I've been actually really excited so far this generation. Like those commercials that came on. I was like, that was the first time where I got, a little bit of that adrenaline going, and I'm like, wow, this might be something good. You know what I mean? And it takes that. You know what I mean? And I still haven't seen that from Microsoft or Sony. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's just been a thing where I think they don't get lazy. You know what I'm saying? Because the advertisement ain't there like it used to be to get you hyped for these games, and it just seemed like, I don't know if it's budget or what, but the thing is just it feels like they just got lazy to where they're not fighting for our dollars like they used to back in the day, man. The advertisement is not there.
What, Sean? Let me say this, and I think before as Microsoft, they saved the bulk of their marketing dollars advertising toward the holidays. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's that's always been Microsoft thing. Boom, come in, you're gonna sell. Even though, like I said, the PS4 outsells the Xbox, the trend has been outselling the Xbox, all year long. Maybe 50,000 this month, 40,000 that month, or whatever the case may be. But here comes, November, December, or whatever, they outsell the PS4 by 600,000, or especially here in North America.
Right.
It was like,
but the thing is, though, you still got to leave breadcrumbs all year long.
Oh,
you want somebody to follow you.
Absolutely
right.
You
know what I'm saying? You leave breadcrumbs. You got to leave breadcrumbs all year long.
I think Microsoft
you can't have that.
I think Microsoft heard some of the complaints, and that's probably why Quantum Break was pushed back. If you read Sam Lake's tweet, he was like, we get a little bit of extra time to polish the game. It's going to be out early 2016. So I take early as February, March. You know what I mean?
Okay, February, fine, give us Quantum Break, but I'm just saying, I've been saying all along. We've been knowing about Quantum Break for how long now? Since 2013?
Yes, since 2013. Yeah, 13.
Yeah, we should be seeing some.
We should be seeing something. We saw gameplay. We saw gameplay. 50 minutes of it. But what I'm saying, we should be having the trailer, the whole excitement about the game. Man, we ain't got none of that trash. It was just gameplay.
I'll tell you this right now. Is it episodic? Is it is it digital? Is it physical? Because I've heard different things. There's rumors that it's episodic. You know what I'm saying? Like this or that. I'm wondering, to me, it seems like it would almost have to be a physical thing. You know what I mean? Because there's interaction with a TV show, I can imagine that'd be quite a download digitally. I don't know, but, there's little things like that. You wonder, the same thing with Fable Legends, okay? I like the beta. I think it's fun. I'm interested in it. Are they going to give me an option to buy a disc version? You know what I'm saying? I hope so. I would like to know.
I don't think that to buy free to play. I mean, you download the game and it's stuff.
Download the game. And
I understand that, but they also said in the question and answers file that they are definitely already looking into that because there are people out there who collect the Fable games. I have all of them. You know what I'm saying?
If the game is free to play, I don't know how they can sell a retail copy.
Because you just include all the characters, just like they did with Killer Instinct Season 1.
Okay, cool. I guess we're paying for characters. I guess this is what you're doing. Characters, not abilities and weapons, or as long as it doesn't.
No, you're just paying characters. You know what I'm saying? Why not release Project Spark, right? That's free to play as well, but you could just buy the thing for $40 and you're good to go. You know what I'm saying? You pretty much get everything. I mean, there's going to be more packs that you can buy, but you can basically pretty much do whatever you want for that additional $40. So why not sell a retail version of it for $40? Slap that good cover art on there, you're good to go. You know what I'm saying? Just like I bought Killer Instinct, even though I already had the digital version because I like that artwork and I like collecting the physical copies. So there is some little stuff like that I wish they would be a little bit more transparent with. You know what I mean? Just like that kind of stuff as well. And I want to see, I don't want to see VR or AR or any of that shit. You know what I mean?
I don't want to see that at E3 neither, man. I don't want to see that trash, man.
I gotta go left with y'all on this one. If they come on that motherfucker and show that motherfucker in the Lumi room, you playing Gears of War, and I got this shit on my wall, then I'll be this motherfucker
Yeah, well, here's the thing with VR and AR, right? They're showing it there at the thing. We can't experience that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's pointless. It's like the millions of people that are watching these things.
If I be playing Gears of War and them motherfuckers all around me, I'll be in this motherfucker losing my mind. I can hit my
yeah, I mean, the Amuba room, that thing is like, I don't know. Here's the thing. We're a year and a half in. We're a year and a half in. Don't sell me on add-ons when you haven't exactly won me over with the games, the core purpose. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't want, like, same thing with Sony. You know what I'm saying? Look, I bought your shitty console. You've unimpressed me like no other. Like no other. I've never been so disappointed. And I literally, like, okay, they make it almost, and this is something I bitched about today in a video. They make it almost impossible. Like, okay, I'm the thief in the night with the gameplay video. Can you fucking blame me? Try to capture something on a PS4 once.
Listen here. So,
try to capture something on it. You gotta fucking manually switch. You gotta manually switch to HTCP. But the thing is, okay, so you hook up your cap card, but you can't have that hooked up. And then you got to have your PS4 plugged into a different HDMI outlet. Switch the HTCP off, then plug it into the fucking cap card with it turned off, and then you can cap if you know it's like the fucking you need to get everything lined up right. It's like a goddamn puzzle. It takes you 20 minutes to set it up. You know what I'm saying? And then you know what I'm saying? And then you're good to go for a little bit, but things fuck up all the time. It's like it doesn't work that well. You know what I mean? It's like a pain in the ass. You know, it's like, wow, could you guys have been any more anti-consumer or anti-like YouTube or content creators because it's a pain in the ass? Yes, you can do like the other stuff but it's lower quality. You know what I'm saying? I can get the better quality cap and stuff. You know, and you know, like you could use like their studio or whatever the hell that thing is. I have never even used that crap, but yeah, you know, so I couldn't be more disappointed in all this stuff. You know.
Well, right. Like I said, when it comes to software, we all know that Microsoft will be leap years ahead. This is what Microsoft does. They're a software company. You know, so I think I haven't. Let me question: have you tried the DVD-R, the PlayStation? What do you call it? The PlayStation. What do you call that shit on the PS4?
What the hell is that?
You talking about the game capturing thing?
The Share Factory?
What?
No, not the Share Factory.
Yeah, Share Factory.
Not the Share Factory.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, okay, yeah, Share Factory.
Have you tried Share Factory?
I have, but it's lower quality.
Oh shit, gloves is off. Well,
like I'm not.
It is. Well, here, let me flip it then. All right, so let me ask you, Crap. I got you here. What are you expecting from Microsoft to show at E3?
They're gonna show Halo 5 campaign, Call of Duty, the new Call of Duty.
Halo 5. All right, what else we got?
They're gonna show the new Call of Duty.
Call of Duty. All right, what else we got?
They're gonna show the Tomb Raider.
All right. Great.
There's gonna be the premiere of that. They're gonna show. I think they're gonna show the Gears, something from Gears collection, and maybe even a trailer for the Gears 4.
They gotta show Gears.
A teaser or something.
Quote unquote, they said that we will get a release date for Gears 4 at this year's E3. So, all right.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see Forza Motorsport 6.
No, you're gonna see that.
We're gonna see something from Rare. I think that we're gonna see maybe one or two things from them. I don't know what. Could be Battletoads, could be their new IP, could be Banjo. But they are gonna show something, and I think they might have Joe Montana there to go up there and show off that new football game.
Oh, now listen. Now, given what you just said, is that enough to win E3?
No.
Oh, well, I think so.
No. Here's the reason why I say no.
Listen, before you say no, give me your list.
My list is pretty much the same because you know they're going to show the old stuff.
Okay, all right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's not even a mystery. You know, right. What I want to see is new IPs. I want to see something new going into 16 and beyond. You know what I'm saying? Okay. They need to show something. They need to show something other than a show of just about old stuff, man. I don't want to see that choice.
You don't think Joe Montana NFL 2K16 is that?
Yeah, that's good. What I'm saying, but that's just one game. That's just one game. You got to show at least. You got to show at least 4 more, man. Show 4 or 5 more new games.
I mentioned the Rare stuff. I think we're gonna see.
Yeah, but
okay. What if they take the stage? And then you know what's heavily rumored that Microsoft has another big third-party exclusive. That's
okay.
Rumored for last. The person said it was Resident Evil 7. Then I heard it was Fallout 4. Which I hope it is Resident Evil 7. Fuck Fallout 4. I never liked any of Fallout. That's not my speedo right there. But okay. But so you don't think that's enough to win E3?
What I'm saying is it depends on what Sony do. So, say for instance, if Sony come out and this is what I'm saying. Sony come out and they show, not nothing that they've been talking about for years, but they had a position. All their games that they had announced at 2013 is already out already. So you facing something that you facing a company that has to show new stuff.
Okay, all right. So you know
what I'm saying. So you can't come out and say, I'm just going to show this and then I'm going to win. No, you got to show new IPs because it's a possibility. They're going to show new stuff.
Okay, here's the thing. Now listen. Now, according to, I'm going to say damn Don Matthew, Major Nelson and all these guys, Microsoft do have new IPs that are coming out for 2015.
Understandable.
Okay, but now here's Sony. Now, I think from Sony we're going to see some Uncharted. Another level of Uncharted. I hope probably half of they show fucking indies. Little Fat Princess. That's not like again. I don't have anything against. Hey, shout out to my bro Jay. Cool dudes making a Tetris type. Not Tetris type, but like a puzzle type game, indie game for the Xbox. It looks very fun. Looks very addictive. But when you think of E3 and I think of that big stage, I don't want to see $5-10 games. I want to see some AAA blockbuster $60. You understand what I'm saying? It gets me with the pyro, techno, the fireworks, and everything. You know what I mean? Also, I think Microsoft is going to show Alan Wake remastered for the next generation consoles. I think they're going to show that too.
You still naming old stuff. This is why
it's a surprise. It's out of left.
It's like for instance, when I'm sitting here saying Sony is in a position where they have to show their next lineup of AAA games. They have to show, new games because most of their games that they had announced in 2013 are already out. You know what I'm saying? Everything that they announced is already out. Only thing that's been pushed back is Uncharted. That's it. Okay. And Uncharted got announced last year. So they still got time with that.
I'm hearing rumors that what is that? That horror game that they have is going to get pushed into next year, and we haven't seen any gameplay from that. They could show that.
They showed a whole bunch of this shit, like talking about Until Dawn.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything from it.
Okay, but here's like I said, as far as Sony, I again all that I think they're going to take the stage so much of that No Man's Sky shit again. I hope they don't. They're going
to show No Man's Sky. Look, why would they change what they're doing? Would just show these smaller titles and treat them like they're gold because they might show the latest add-on pack for Destiny, or what I'm saying? They're going to show what's going to be the big game. There's people talking rumors. Maybe they got some kind of Battlefront time DLC or something because they don't have anything. Yeah, because they don't have anything planned for the holiday. Uncharted's gone.
Well, maybe they might take to the stage shows because they see with Street Fighter's coming out in spring of 2000.
Yeah, exactly. They could show some clips of that.
But again, you know what I mean? I think it will be huge if Sony shows something from Gears of War 4.
You mean God
of War 4?
Oh, you mean God of War?
Yeah,
God of War. You mean?
I think that'd be epic.
Yeah.
That's epic.
They just started that shit though. Are they really gonna?
I know that, but you know how Sony is. They go out there and motherfucking show a trailer, just show Kratos bleeding with 2 knives in his hand. You know what I mean? I'm like,
the same game you played before. He's killed all the gods, but he's back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But you can't listen, no.
We got nowhere to go.
Listen here, fuck you, G-boy. You can't talk about Kratos. Kratos is my hero.
Kratos, man.
You know,
no, I hear you. I mean,
look,
they could show some kind of CGI bullshit. I mean, look, they're gonna show. They have some kind of stuff. What is that? They're porting over some Vita games. Remember how they showed Tearaway or whatever?
I don't want that shit, man.
That's what I'm saying. Gravity Rush. It's like they got all this really gay shit that they're gonna just kind of, you know what I'm saying?
You know what, bro? Since you said that right there, crap, I got something to say. And maybe I think what it is when we say PlayStation ain't got no games, maybe that shit just ain't for us, because some people be jumping up and down like the games on the PlayStation 4. Let's look at all these games on the, like to me that's not my shit. I have a Vita and I'm not interested in playing any of these games on my PlayStation 4 whatsoever. None. You know what I mean? That shit just doesn't appeal to me. And maybe like I said, those Chop Pico 5s and those they don't appeal to us. You know what I mean? And you gotta like we don't make the world shit. But I think we are in tune. I just think Xbox gamers and I hate to separate the two and PlayStation gamers are two different type of animals, man. You know what I mean? Because those games they talk about like you go get Omiziago with his list every week and tearaways and
hey, next gen, you right about the two different animals, man. We some bears, they some deers.
You know what I mean? Like,
they like them deer games. You know what I'm saying? They like them little soft Bambi games. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference, man.
One of the biggest ponies.
You gotta be rough over here.
What's my man name? The biggest pony in the world, JTech23 Pyro 2000, and he was playing some game that was on his Vita. And they put it over to PlayStation 4. That nigga was hanging in a pig and shit. And he said he was happy than a homo down in prison with a bag of dicks. Like he was excited. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Hey, we also have to take this in mind. And Lace Chucks just mentioned this in the comment section. Is don't forget that Batman was delayed in the June, so Sony is going to do a good job of showing off some Batman stuff on their stage as well.
Oh yeah, they're gonna show that.
They do a lot of third-party stuff. Like you're going to see, they're going to treat that like an exclusive. They're going to treat probably a couple other games like you know what I'm saying? This is what they do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they might have some kind of deals. Like, remember last year, and War, I can still hear Warrior going, well, they got to have something, right? Because they haven't done anything, right? They got to have something.
Yeah, he was saying that. He was saying that all night. Come on.
I was like, dude.
He even got mad at you, crap. He got mad at you like, shut up, I'm trying to hear.
Yeah. And,
I ain't showing nothing.
I was trying not to fall asleep.
Ladies and fucking gentlemen, y'all don't be privy to a lot of shit going on behind the stage. Listen, those two white boys is cutting up. Crap said, "Fuck this! I'm about to fire me. I'm about to make me a new show." And fuck you. That was the broke moves, but that shit was crazy, man. Back here keeping the peace. Crap Boy was like, they got to show something at least. I was like, man. Because I was a little disappointed with Microsoft. And the reason why I said Microsoft had a bad show is just the majority of the games they showed we knew were coming out already through leaks and and all this other stuff, And like I said, we had that quote unquote that leaked E3 list. And I wish if Microsoft showed that leaked E3 list this year, like to me, hands down, like that they still is rumored to have that exclusive from Epic. That's based on a
I would love to know what the hell Epic's doing because they used to make multiple games and now they haven't made anything in years.
Yeah, but,
I still think the Epic game that they are holding out on is Samaritan.
It could be.
I think it's Samaritan.
It was based on Samaritan. They said that it was based on that game is supposed to be an exclusive for the Xbox One and it's based on the Samaritan demo. You know what I mean? And they hopefully, like I said, Microsoft showed that. So we know we're gonna get Battletoads. I seen like a pic. Somebody showed these two buffed up looking frogs.
Yeah, I saw that. That was Crooked Smile or whatever his name is. Yeah, he's like well, I hate to use the word insider, but he's like, I guess he like does have some kind of knowledge inside or whatever. I don't know.
Oh, okay. But so like I said, if Microsoft goes with that rumored list from last year, and like I said, if Crackdown looks great, especially Scale. We haven't seen anything from Scalebound. If that come out looking awesome, and we get a release date that comes out this year, like Microsoft may be smooth, man. It may be alright, but like I said, before Sony, what I'm expecting, like I said, I don't know, maybe I just may not be a PlayStation gamer because all those games, like what's that one they just announced, a exclusive RPG, Dragon Quest or something 2 or.
Oh wait, hold on. What the hell is that? It's that online only game, right?
It's not Dogma, but another one.
Was it Dogma?
No, it wasn't Dogma. It was another.
Well, they have an MMO called Dragon's Dogma online.
No, not that. It was something. Let me go to my Southern Warrior. It was a Dragon
Quest 2?
Yeah, there you go. And Warrior, that game doesn't interest me whatsoever.
Yeah, he messaged me that too, and I was like, I never even heard of that. So
yeah, it doesn't interest me whatsoever, man. So. At the end of the day, man, but I'm like, but like I said, that's just not for us. You gotta realize it too. Microsoft also has some exclusives that are coming out for Japan, like Raiding. I like rail shooters, like it's like Gyro. That's coming out. That's an exclusive for Japan, and they have a few other games that are just coming out that's exclusive for Japan. You know what I mean? But I don't know, man. Like
you know what? I'll go ahead and turn those to North America games, man. I wouldn't mess around with that trash.
Yeah, well, hey, lock this in, right? Sony has to show indie games. They've already marketed themselves as the indie darlings, right? They have to. So they have to do that thing where they show a bunch of indie games and have indie people on there, and they're hyping up No Man's Sky and all that stuff. So I would expect.
I still say this though, crap. You know, they are in a position to reveal. You know what I'm saying? At least 2 or 3 more exclusives.
You would
that they
hope
probably
so.
been working
you would
on.
hope so.
You would hope, but they are in position because all of their, studio games that they announced, all these games that they had coming out, is already out already. You know what I'm saying? Microsoft, the only one is kind of teeter-tottering us with some of the games that they had announced in 2013, and we still waiting on today. But everything just about what Sony had announced is already out already. You know, so it's that I don't want to see at this E3. I don't want to see games that we know that's been announced since 2013 be shown and highlighted again when you had all year long to show us something about those games. Well, that's why I say leave breadcrumbs leading us to there. Like you could have like all this year you could have been showing us, Quantum Break. You could have been showing us anything.
They're definitely going to show us that stuff, dude. Like Tomb Raider.
Mass Effect 4. I expect to see that on Microsoft stage.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to see Call of Duty. You're going to see Mass Effect. Okay, another problem I have with this gen, and it sounds hypocritical because some remakes are okay, but it seems like every week we're getting announced with another remake, and it's like I don't understand it because last gen, if they're remakes from last gen, that stuff was already HD. You know what I mean? Like I don't care if it was 720 or what have you. It was like why? I love the Batman games, right? But why remake those? You know what I'm saying? Like. That doesn't really make sense to me.
Okay, you know what? I got. You know what, bro? I got one for you, man. All right. Listen. In a bit that you said, just going over what you said right now, crap. I'm gonna ask both of you this question. What bothers you more? Well, what would you not say bother? Well, let's say pick the lesser of the 2 evils: remastered games or cross-generation games.
Remastered.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, I don't.
I say remaster right now, man.
Hear me out. And the reason why now remastered games that we buy, some of them I look at them as they are, a money grab or a space filler. But cross generation games, like I said, hold back, like Shadow of Mordor. You guys said it was a great game. Do you know how great that game could have been if it just came out on the PS4, Xbox One? And PC. You understand what I'm saying?
It could have been a lot better.
The reason why I bought my next generation console is to get games that I can't get on my PS3 and my 360.
Right. I think they lost the heart. A lot of these companies lost the heart to shut off last gen.
Well, listen,
still making them. Listen, that's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. When we left the Xbox and PlayStation 2 era and went to the PlayStation 3 era, they supported it for about 6 months to about a year. Okay. And then that was a wrap. It was a wrap after that. You know what I'm saying? You had to go.
They didn't have any. They didn't like that console. They had to stop making it because the chipset was stopped being made, and it was such a low install base. Now, if you're Microsoft, right, and you got 90 million 360s out there, and you're still the number one selling software for Call of Duty and Madden and all these games,
fine.
You have no.
I give you all of that. Okay, but I'm not saying make your games for last generation fun, but give me my next generation games.
Yes, right.
I'm with you. Like I'm not sure exactly how it works with.
I think the thing is cheapen us. So what next gen is? I hope this is what he's saying. We feel cheapened that we're not getting the true next gen experience because they still supporting.
By the time
you know what I'm saying, a 360.
Next gen, I want them to hit the reset button with them new consoles in 2018.
That's true. Because listen what I'm saying though. Listen what I'm saying. If they're going to still support that gen, don't do it at the cost of this gen.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna support last gen and still make money that way, then invest the money in the time that you're gonna do. Don't make one version and try to port it across each platform like that. Just don't do that. Invest the full teams, full everything into this gen to give those that paid their money for next generation, give them that experience. And then you go ahead and make your money off of what you think you have left over there. And go ahead and do that.
And again, like I said, and I come off kind of, how you say, not saying I'm not anybody's rich, I'm not saying I'm wealthy, anything like that, but I tell you guys all the time, you know what I mean? All these used game sales and all that shit is hurting us, hurting the what we love. Like you take a game like Tomb Raider, we all agree that was a great game, right? But Square Enix didn't make their money back from Tomb Raider until they ported that bitch over to this fucking.
Did you hear the numbers for that game now?
Make a profit. You know what I mean?
Did you hear the numbers they announced for that today?
Like I said, all that not saying when you trade your games, that you're not guaranteed to go in the store and buy new games. 9 times out of 10, when you trade your games in, you're gonna get another used game. So guess what? You're not putting money back into the industry that we all love. You know what I mean? That's why we stuck now with a bunch of free to plays and this, that, and the other. It's called pay to play. You know what I mean? And again, like and then again, you have these developers are scared to take chances on new IP. That's what we get in Assassin's Creed every year, the Call of Duties every year. You know what I mean? And not getting, like I said, that's why I feel kind of bummed out about Quantum Break more than I am so much Uncharted, because guess what? I played Uncharted. You know what I mean? Let's check it out. If even with Halo 5, and I know that's kind of blasphemous, I would rather got Quantum Break this year and got, and Halo 5 could have been pushed back because that's something I never played before. You understand what I'm saying?
I hear you.
And games like that is few and far between. Everything that
they were so damned if they do, damned if they don't with Quantum Break. If they release a buggy game, people hate on them.
Hey, but listen, I'm not, crap. I'm not shitting on them. That's the nature of the business. Games get pushed back, or get,
A lot of these I'm gonna tell you, a lot of these pushbacks, I don't even think it's because the game is not done. A lot of it, I think, is just marketing, where they feel like they can get the better sales.
That could be true, though. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? And that's just me, man. I'm just thinking that when we hear pushbacks, they are looking at the games that are coming out, and they don't want a certain game, especially a new IP, to struggle against games like you got Halo, you got
Call of Duty,
Call of Duty, you got what's the shooter game that's coming out, the Rainbow Six game, what is it
coming out this year?
Yeah, Rainbow Six.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna get that.
Rainbow Six and some of the other little stuff that they got, Batman and all this other little stuff that they got coming out, Tomb Raider and all this stuff. They did not want that game to compete with those games because they felt like it wouldn't sell. That game been done. They can't sit here and lie to me. I just think that they pushed it back to make more sales out of it.
Let me ask you guys a question. Riddle me this: is Rainbow Six coming out on last generation?
I don't think so.
Because if it is, I'm not buying it.
It's only on current gen.
Yeah.
If it's coming out on the PS3 and the 360, I'm not even buying. I'm letting you know right now. Star Wars Battlefront, and I wish it would have stayed third person. But if that's coming out to the PS3 and the 360,
no, it's only next gen. It's only current gen.
Yeah, you know what I mean. I'm not buying it. Like I'm just, and again, I know some people are looking at that show and not saying that we, some of you guys may have just got your 360 or PS 2 years ago, so it's still feels new to you, still fresh to you. You got to realize that we've been in that generation since 2005. It is now 2015. Like, that's why I feel like that shit has to, die out. And if developers don't want to turn that, because let's think about it, last generation was the most successful forever for anybody, for all of them. Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo. You got combined over 260 million fucking consoles were sold last generation. That's a lot of goddamn moolah was made. You know what I mean? So you still, I can see You know, the 360 still getting the Madden, still getting the 2Ks. They even still getting it. But you know what? If you're gonna give it duty, being it's still profitable, make them their own separate Call of Duty.
That's it.
Us,
don't teeter totter off the engine that you know if you're making it for PC, don't do it at.
Just saying, because the Call of Duty is so big, I believe that Xbox One owners and PS4 owners will still buy a separate version just for last year. They make it two separate games. You know what I mean? I'm not saying have two separate teams make the game. I'm talking about two entirely separate games. Like, understand what I'm saying? So if the games that I do get are few in between, because fine. I just want to, when I play my games, I want to feel like, hey, this is a next generation. I can't get this right here. This can't be done on the PS3 and the 360. You understand? That's the reason why we upgrade. Am I right or am I wrong?
That's why we upgrade.
We know that couldn't be done on the previous generation. Am I right?
You're right.
So that's the reason that we all went out and put out $50 on it to to reserve our console. I can't wait to get the Xbox One. Let me tell you something. When Microsoft came out on stage in E3 2013 and they showed all those features of the new version of Xbox Live, we could, hey, the way they showed it, and I wish they would have kind of stuck to their guns. Listen, this is what they showed. The girl was on stage and she was playing Killer Instinct. She said, you know what? I'm gonna set up a match and say Battlefield. She set up the match in Battlefield, and when her friends joined that match in Battlefield, she went from Killer Instinct straight to Battlefield, no lag, no load time, and I was like, oh shit, I was souped up, like, damn, that's next generation. You understand what I'm saying? Like I said, the features on these next generation consoles, to me, that's the best thing thus far. I love the features. I love Xbox Broadcast. Boom, Twitch, here I am. You know what I'm saying? I love these features. You know what I mean? But the games, like, you know what I mean? Like, they need to, that shit needs to stop and go away and just die. If you still, like I said, I understand there are still a combined install base of over 170 million. Fine, we'll just make them their games then. Give us our games. Like, between the Xbox One and the PS4, you have a combined install base of almost 40 million. You know what I mean? Just make great games. You get your money. We're dying for some great games. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that cross-gen should need to go. Like, that's all that I'm saying. Like, I want to feel like, hey, like, you guys know I'm really excited for Mortal Kombat. And I'm not that great at fires. I just want to play the story. But, like, damn, that shit shouldn't be coming to, to the 360 and the PS3. It shouldn't,
Well, it actually got delayed on last gen stuff.
No, but like I was telling you before, and listen, and I think there's one guy trying to argue me down, whoever, and this came from a fucking developer friend of mine, Jay. He said to me, and I didn't think about this like this. He said, we have yet to see really what these next generation consoles can do because it's early in the cycle. Developers learn more tricks to squeeze more power out. It is. Look at Perfect Dark Zero and look at Halo 4. Same hardware. You understand what I'm saying? But the games are night and day. He said, even though you may have two separate teams doing Tomb Raider, that Tomb Raider game still has to be made within the parameters of DirectX 9. You understand what I'm saying? Here it is. You have the Xbox One and the PS4 and PC are both DirectX 11 equivalent or higher. So when they make this game, it still has to be made within the parameters of DirectX 9. So, in all honesty, our 360, the Xbox One is just going to be the same game, just with a fresher color of paint and maybe some particle effects. That's it. There you go. That's next generation. And I think that, my friend, is fucked up. Like Showstopper said, I want to be able to walk up in these buildings, because they have enough. They have 8 gigs of RAM. They got more than enough RAM. I want to walk up in these buildings and, hey, what's going on, man? I want to lay down in this bed right here. I want you understand what I'm saying? Like, that's next generation. All these open world games, they could great game like Grand Theft Auto. Walk up in this building, go in any building that I want. You understand what I'm saying? That's next generation. And like I said, y'all need to, like I said, it's not an Xbox thing. It's not a pony thing. This is a gamer thing. We all need to get together, because it really is. Just think about it. Last generation is choking the shit out of this gen. You know what? Like, come on, I love my Xbox One. I love the PlayStation 4. You know what I mean? But the games, like, come on, 2013, we don't have now must have really next generation game. Like, God damn,
Bloodborne. It's the highest rated
We got
title.
Bloodborne, dude. Bloodborne is highest rated.
Listen,
That's not a must-have, though.
Yo, Rise, bro, don't get me wrong. Rise swept me off my feet. You know what I mean? It was a launch game. It did. The Order, very pretty. You know what I mean? You know, The Order, I mean, not The Order, Infamous Second Son. Even the Sunset Overdrive, I liked the game. I finished it, beat it. It was funny as hell to me. I had a great time playing it. You know what I mean? Even though those games didn't come out on last generation, but those games are few and far between. Those are still not that. Like, when I'm talking how now the Xbox 360 got Gears of War, you said, oh shit, next generation is here. You feel me? And Microsoft played that shit smart. They didn't put Gears of War at launch. They put Gears out with the launch of the PlayStation 3. And that shit knocked the fuck out Sony. Because Sony ain't had nothing to come with, nothing close to that. He was like, oh shit, like Gears of War was the shit. You understand what I'm saying? And you know, I'll be glad when we get that. Maybe I hope Quantum Break holds Scalebound, or you know, and from what I'm hearing, I hope Joe Montana football is next generation only.
Well, hey, whatever it is, it won't be.
It's using Unreal Engine 4. It's using Unreal Engine 4.
Here's the thing, though.
We know it's not coming to the 360 and the PS3. It's Unreal Engine 4. You know what I mean? And make that, but maybe Forza 6, maybe. The next big thing.
Listen though, the next big thing won't be something that doesn't have multiplayer. It has look, why was Gears so good? That's because it had a fantastic multiplayer right from the start.
And a story.
Yeah, and a good story. Same thing with Halo 1. Well, it didn't have multiplayer because it wasn't ready, but people but that realistically, people brought LAN parties to the light. You know what I'm saying? Like. That it was crazy how people used to do that, you know what I mean, the LAN parties and stuff. So I think that, you know, and then with Halo 2, obviously, that kind of kicked off Xbox Live. But whatever it is, it's going to need a good competitive multiplayer. You know, do you guys would rather have maybe Microsoft show off some of their own first parties, something new?
Yes.
You know, instead of because there's rumors.
How many studios do they have? How many studios do they have?
23, 24.
They got just as
okay. We need to see something. We need to see something.
Well, hey, there's the rumor about Eden Falls, the new RPG from Lionhead, right?
I don't know if they're gonna show that because they still pumping up Fable.
It doesn't matter. They have a couple different teams. I mean, they're two different.
I know that. Maybe they. I don't. Like I said, I don't know, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
But look, I'm just saying, like, a lot of people are like, hey, let's hope they get a third-party exclusive. But then people are gonna tear that down. Like, hey, it got announced today. Yeah, it got announced today.
It's a great game. Like, and I just, you know what? Again, that's one thing I don't like about this generation. Again, is this, like I said, I'm new to this whole console war thing. Like, where I'm from, we never argue who was the best. Like, I've always, you know, I'm from the ghetto. Like, motherfucker, if PlayStation had something hot, you had that. The Xbox had something hot, you had that. Or if the NES had something hot, you had that. Or, you know what I mean? Never argue. You know, you might even say who better, Sonic or Mario. This shit right here is new to me, period. I do it for shits and giggles, but trust me, I think it's the silliest shit in the world. Don't get me wrong, the Xbox is the best box, hands down, pony-face motherfuckers, but it is what it is. But like I said, you know, I think this generation, like, we argue about shit that really shouldn't matter. It should come down to the games. You know what I mean? Like, we're gonna argue, oh, this, that, the other. You know, but now we hit motherfucking counting blades of grass. That's when you know we ain't got no goddamn game shit fucked up, dog.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, when that came out about the grass,
blades of grass. You know shit
about that grass. I said, I wonder if that's Digital Foundry trolling PlayStation fans to see how idiotic they were if they would actually run with that, right? And they did. They ran with that.
And they ran with anything that they got an advantage on, bro. They don't care what that trash is.
Yo, at the end of the day, bro, we all took a black eye for that one. I don't know who started that thread first. Oh, we got more blades. Like, well, you sim. I like, bro. If stuff like that, and I'm gonna say this. Let me be clear. This, you know, what I mean, I'm not damage controlling because if I wanted to play on fucking PC, I got one Muhammad. I spent about $4,000 on. I ain't hooked the bitch up yet. See, the bitch still sitting sideways. I ain't hooked the bitch up yet. Fucking, if you care that much about frame rates and resolutions, being honest, we're talking about console gaming, or that are not known for frames and resolution. You're on the wrong goddamn, you know what I mean? Like I said, Okay. Okay, I do it for you. Hold on. Like you said, you're on the wrong platform. You know what I mean? It's loading up, baby. Give it 1 second, all right? Like I said, you should be playing on PC, honestly. You know what I mean? You may say that you want the best, or best or whatever who has to offer, but like I'm just being real. I have both of these consoles, both of them. And if games looking so much better on my PS4, I would bomb on the PS4. Like I don't even notice the goddamn difference. Who's what? And I'm not damage controlling. Hey, crap, you have both of them. I mean, just being real.
I don't see anything on the PS4 that makes me think that it's more powerful.
Yeah,
in fact, a lot of the features and stuff almost seem last gen to me on that. Like I said, switching that HTCP thing shouldn't be something you have to do. You know what I mean? Because look, the 360, you don't need to do that. You know what I mean? It automatically does it when you switch between a cap card and Netflix. You don't have to go switch something. So why does the PS4 have to do that? You know what I'm saying? That's like, to me, when I get on the 360, it runs fucking circles around the Xbox One and the PS4 in a lot of areas.
Like what? No, I heard you say it a couple of times. Why are you saying that? Why is that?
Dude, all right, I'll tell you, for example, right? Yeah. You got to fucking sync trophies on the PS4. And a lot of times, I get my achievements don't unlock on Xbox One. It's unlocking 100%.
Is it because, crap, you stole the footage? What is it?
No. It's nothing like that, right? It's like this, right? You have to sync the trophies, which takes forever to do on the PS4, and you have to be online to do that, right? With the Xbox One, a lot of times this shit happens to me where it'll unlock, and it says unlocking 100%, but it doesn't show up. You know what I'm saying? It takes days or weeks. You know what I'm saying? And this happens to me. This happens to me a lot.
I'm not saying
this is a common problem.
Bro, again, I don't paint you as being a liar. You know what I mean? I just so have you ever experienced that?
What's that? You talking about the achievements?
Yeah, having a problem with you getting your achievements. Yeah, but you didn't have connection, crap.
I really don't pay. I don't pay achievements too much. That close
see exactly. Like I'll give you a perfect
example.
So
I couldn't tell you.
When I downloaded the Fast and the Furious expansion for Xbox 360 and Xbox One, the 360 version downloaded first, so I played through that first, got all 1,000 achievements off there. Then I said, hey, that was pretty quick, 3 hours, 3.5 hours. I'll do it on Xbox One right now too. Well, you get 100 gamer score within the first, 3 minutes of the game, right? Yeah. And so I was waiting to get my achievement, my 100 gamer score on the Xbox One version. It said unlocking 100%. Didn't fucking unlock. I beat the whole thing. Ended up with 900 gamer score on that one for like 3 days before it showed up finally. You know what I'm saying? And that happened to me with Halo as well. And you can ask Mooch.
I don't follow it that close.
Yeah, it happened to Mooch as well. Like I'm not like a person that has to 100% games, but I want to get my achievements when I earn them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
all right. So let me ask you another. Now I heard that. Now, so what you're saying that? Now, let's be real here. No crap. That you have more fun on the 360, better than the Xbox One. Now, I will give you that it has a better library of games. Been out years. You understand what I'm saying? But what else makes the 360 better than the PS4 and the Xbox One?
You know what? I just think that it's a little bit more dependable. Like, this is odd to kind of admit this, but there's little glitches and stuff. I don't know, with like the Xbox Live, and I figured that there was going to be some problems with that because of the servers and things like that. You know what I'm saying? But like, if you boot up your 360, right? I have no problem. I can get all my achievements offline. You can't get a damn achievement on Xbox One offline. You know what I'm saying? There's just like, it seems like there's hassles built into these things because both the Xbox One and PS4 are so reliant on the online aspect. And you know what I'm saying? And I don't know. It's just like, for me, like the interface on the 360 beats the PS4s and probably the Xbox Ones. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think so, man. I think just in my opinion, it's just like, I think it's smoother. Yeah, you have to back out of stuff, which is kind of lame. I do like how the Xbox Ones, you just press the button. But then there's the memory leak problem with the Xbox One where you have to constantly hard reset, right? Because the programs don't close out like they should. Right, like that's a problem. Like you can have, if you don't remember to press the Xbox button and then start and then exit the program, you're running program on top of program on top of program on top of program on top of program. You see what I'm saying?
That's the suspend resume. Resume.
Yeah, but you can end up running. You can end up running this.
Oh, that's where the system.
Yeah, but you could end up running eight or 10 programs on top of each other, wondering why your shit's so slow or why it crashes again.
And here's the thing, like what you just said, that's where the Xbox One is designed. Like, prime example, It was crazy. Like as soon as I'm sorry, I got mad. I did some shit. I was playing 2K, and I fucking lost by fucking 1 point. So while the game was still in motion, I fucking held the power button and cut the system off. Right? Yes, mine.
I can't press it.
Okay, 1 second, right? I fix it. And when I cut my Xbox on the next day, I was still right there. The basketball still about going in there. I was like, "You motherfucker!" Like that, like in in that aspect, like I like to resume some spin play on the Xbox One, but well, okay, 1 second, baby, sit your big ass down somewhere. Go with your mother. Applehead. So I mean, well, how do you feel about that show? You feels like the 360 is better than the Xbox One and PS4?
I think it's just because of the latter years, it's more of a complete console. The Xbox One didn't have a lot of things out of the gate, but it's gradually getting.
It didn't have a lot of stuff out of the gate, like far as what? You there, bro?
Yo, where you at?
Hello?
Oh, he must have lagged out, bro. He lagged out.
Oh shit! Talking about the Xbox One, Microsoft booted his ass. That was Don Matrick.
Yeah, that's what happens, man. That's crazy.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm not gonna go that far and say that it's better. I mean, I don't even own a fucking 360. There's something back in now.
Yeah, I'm back here. I think with the updates, it's gradually getting better. I just think out the gate it was not. It's getting better now. So right now I can't say that it is. Far as power and things of that nature, it's not. But far as what the features it had inside it, it was a little bit better. But it's getting better now. With the updates.
Yeah, I mean, hey, look, I'm not saying I don't have fun with the Xbox One. I still enjoy that, but the problem is, I still find myself having a little bit more fun, or, you know what I mean, just sometimes going back to it. And definitely, I would say than the PS4. Like I said, I stopped playing Infamous because it was kind of getting boring, like really boring. So yeah, like very early in, it got boring. You're like, wow, this is kind of boring.
It's repetitive. It's a nice game, but to me, I just found it kind of. I beat it, and I forced myself. I didn't have much to play. So I forced myself to beat. Not saying I forced, but to me, with Infamous, it just got very repetitive. Every mission, go tear down this police station, go steal to those charge, to get energy, and then start the mission before you fight the boss. And that was the whole scenario of the game,
Yeah.
Go tear.
So that's what I'm saying. Like I said, I would rather go back to a game that I like.
It's because of the game library. There are more games on the 360, of course. It's been out for 10 years.
Well, I mean, obviously I have like over 300 games on the 360 and probably 150 that I've never even played. But, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like a situation where, there's that backlog, you know what I'm saying? And like, I can pick up games pretty cheap for it, and, hell, I still have Diablo 3. I picked.
Is it a big thing? Step back graphically, like dang.
Not to me, really. I mean, yeah. I mean, obviously, there's going to be a difference there. Like you could tell the difference, but it's nothing that affects me. Like I said, you're talking to the wrong guy if you think I'm a guy that cares about that. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy playing.
I'm gonna be honest. You know what I'm saying? I went to go play some 2K with my boys.
Oh shit.
Man, I'm gonna tell you now that I couldn't go back to that trash. I couldn't do it. It just felt different. I was looking for the rumble triggers. I was looking for a whole lot of other stuff, man. And I just couldn't do it, man.
Hey, listen. I'm with the Xbox, right? And I'm expecting with you ever put up. I'm gonna start my live stream through Jade Empire, man. Motherfucking Mortal Kombat, and I saw this. Shit. What is this shit? I can't get jiggy with this shit. I was like, oh man.
I think my eyes adjusted to this gen, but it wasn't like it was a horrible experience.
Okay.
It was just to me. It felt weird. It just felt weird.
It felt dated. Listen, Crap. If Crap, you just put up a video, Crap, saying the top 10 reasons or something you hate the PlayStation 4. Now that God of War footage you put in, was that God of War Ascension?
No, that's actually God of War from the PS or the what the hell is that? Chains of Olympus, which was the HD game from PS3.
I love that shit. I said, ew.
Yeah, well, that was a PSP game that they ported to the PS3, so.
I was like, ew.
Yeah.
Like, what was that movie Hulk Hogan was in? No Bars or some shit?
No Holds Bar.
What's that smell? Dookie. That's what the fuck it looked like. Oh my god.
Well, it's a PSP game, you know what I mean?
I don't know. You know, it was like, man, shit. But at the end of the day, though, you know what I mean? I won't go off and say that the 360 to me is a better console. I will say that the 360 has a much better library. Like I said, the best things about this generation so far are these next generation consoles features, the built-in DVRs, Xbox broadcast, the rumble trick, like the stuff like that I'm used to now. Now, what has wore off, the pretty, like the ooh, that has worn off me. Like ooh, like like goddamn, this shit pretty as hell. Like I have grown used to that. Like remember the first time he put it, you saw Rise, he was like shit.
Yeah, it was, but then you're like, okay, it looks really good, and I love the story.
The honeymoon phase is over. You know what I mean? It's over. Like I said, and with me with this generation, like I said, I don't have many games. Period. Of course, what happened. But even before that happened, I said that I'm only going to buy stuff that I know I'm going to play. Like last year, I just bought shit to buy it. Like dying,
right?
I'm kind of over with these first-person shooters and shit. I didn't even get involved. Like I'm just I'm just kind of done with that. Of course I'm gonna get Halo because I do like the multiplayer of Halo. It does suck dick at it, you know what I mean? Just for shits and giggles. And I like Rainbow Six. I've always liked Rainbow Six, and most likely I'm gonna pick that up also. That's why I was hoping that what do you call it? Star Wars Battlefront. Like they're gonna make it a first person. They used to be like a third person, you know what I mean? So I'm on the fence about it. Depends on how it looks and how it's done, you know what I mean? But like I said, with this release, like I said, that's why I can't, even though it's a fighter, I can't wait to get my hands on Mortal Kombat. I need a new game to play. You know what I mean? I can't wait to get my hands on it. I'm just, because believe it or not, the last few Mortal Kombat's, I don't know if you guys get them, and I know you may not be big on fighters. They have an actual story in them now, like an actual story.
Yeah, I have the last one. I bought the collector's edition. It come with the bookends.
I'm gonna live stream the story. I can't wait to play that. And then after that, my next big game is going to be The Witcher comes out before Batman, doesn't it?
Yeah, Witcher comes out in May.
Okay, then The Witcher, and then after The Witcher, I'm going to get Batman. And then, that's for 3 games. And, I don't know what else comes out in between there and there, but that's it. Unless it's a great indie game that I know of. I didn't even get Ori and the Blind Forest, guys.
I got that.
That game's impossible.
That's a great game.
That game's nice.
It is nice, but damn, it's impossible.
Yeah. No, it's not, bro. I better end that game.
Yeah, I know, dude, but it kicked my ass, dude.
Yeah, shit. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like I said, other than that, though, you know what I mean. But like I said, you see, I don't know. I'm not gonna go that far and say it's better than the Xbox One because I love what's on my Xbox One. Like I think it's the multitasking and the Skyping and this that boop bop boop bop. Like I was talking to you guys on my Xbox. You know what I mean?
It was hard for me. I'm gonna be honest. It was hard for me to go back. The whole controller and everything just felt weird. I got used to it as I kept playing it, but it was just, I don't know, man. It just felt a little weird.
But like I said, I don't know. I just hope Microsoft, this year that they gotta kill it. Like this is to me, this is the most important E3. These consoles been on the market for 2 years. They're gonna have to bring it. They can't half-ass with it, man. You guys spent over $2 billion on next generation.
Yeah. That's my whole point. We need to see games.
There you go.
Where's the money at? You know what I'm saying, that they spent. I mean, I see a few games, but these games been announced for about 2 years now. I want to see something else. That's my whole point. I want to see something else. They spent all this money unless we've been lied to. You know what I'm saying? So now it's coming to the time where you have to put up, man. You have to put up. You have to show us something, man.
Hey, did you hear that Tomb Raider sold 8.5 million? They confirmed that today.
Yeah. It was the most successful of all times. As far as the franchise goes. That's what I'm saying. Bro, I'm happy. Tomb Raider and now listen here. I know this thing with time exclusive. I know it's going to the PC. I don't see that game coming to the PlayStation 4.
I'd be pissed, not because of.
What Phil Spencer said, he said because they are co-developing that game. They said they wouldn't spend money on the game to make it better on a rival platform. That's what Phil Spencer said. You see, no, of course I didn't come out and buy the IP. They don't own Tomb Raider. Like, you know what I mean? Our games and our deal is just for this game right here. So
yeah, see, I think like I wouldn't be pissed because I'm so jealous. I don't want Sony to get our games. I'd be pissed because Microsoft lied to the consumers. That would be the reason why I'd be pissed off, because they said, okay, well, we got this exclusive, you know what I'm saying, and it's you know what I mean.
It was just how they announced it. They said only on Xbox.
Yeah, you know, 20. But again,
and then they turn around and retract it after they heard the backlash, just to keep everybody off. If it's exclusive, it's exclusive. So what?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Forget everybody's feelings, man.
Yeah, exactly. Come on,
I'm tired of this, man. You know, Microsoft be too nice sometimes, man. Screw their feelings.
You know, if it's exclusive.
You know what I'm saying?
But again,
the same one sitting here doing all this jaw jacking, man, ain't gonna buy your stuff anyway.
Yeah, so
you know what I'm saying. So this kill that, man.
It is what it is. But like I said, just go on by those. They're not gonna make it better on a rival platform, and that's Nintendo and Sony. So you know, he said, look at it as the rise and the rise and the the rise and the Dead Rising deal that they have.
Yeah, it looks like we won't be seeing any Rise sequel now that Amazon owns or has invested in the Crytek.
You think we won't see one?
No, I think Amazon is like, don't they have most of the you know, they're the big investor now. They're basically the investor for Crytek.
The Amazon have a console?
Well, Amazon bought who the hell was that? Double Helix. I mean, they buy.
I mean, because I have, speaking of Amazon, I have the Amazon Fire TV, like the little Roku box or whatever the hell you want to call it, Netflix and shit like that. But you know, I'm just talking about you know, if they, I mean, they make it. I mean, I wish fuck that them Android-based consoles, dog shit. I don't want to play cell phone games with my TV. I'm not interested in that. You know what I mean? I'm not. You know, if I want to play those games, I have a tablet or a cell phone. Amazon has the money. They need to, you know, make a console. You know, like a console. You know, like, you know, they can probably compete. They have a few companies that can make some exclusives. You know, the Crysis can be exclusive. I don't know what else Crytek may have made or whatever the case may be. But they have the money to do it. You know, to make but all that Android-based stuff, like that's a waste of fucking money. It's like another fucking Ouya. I don't think any of those shits do well. You know, whatsoever, man.
You would think they would do well since they basically do everything the PlayStation 4 does. Play a bunch of indie games. You know what I mean?
Yeah, what I'm saying, but still, you can still get the hardcore multi-platform on the PlayStation 4. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know, when I buy a home console, like I said,
I think that would be a huge problem for Amazon, though, would be the fact that they don't have any real first-party studios. I mean, you know, what are you going to draw? I think that's the reason why that Steam box and anything, like people thought Valve would make a console at some point. The reason why they don't is because they don't have, you know, the studios to pump out. When do they put out exclusives?
Well, here's the thing with the Steam box, you know, the way it could have been done attractive, because Steam game was, you know, games on PC are cheaper than console. So, but the problem with that is, you know, even it's crazy. People gave Don Matrick shit for him being so arrogant and cocky. So when they first announced the Steam box that they were going after the living room space, we didn't know what it was going to be. Like, oh, so I'm gonna get me a Steam box. It was just cool about a Steam box. But Valve is not even doing their own hardware. It came up with like 25 different SKUs.
It was too expensive for them to do it.
They could have made a $500, you know, system just to compete with, you know, and do their own thing. But what makes it a full quote Steam box is to have Steam's quote unquote this little thing. You know, OS thing. You still need Windows. You know what I'm saying? Games are. I don't give a fuck. Well, I guess Valve thought that maybe the gaming people would go. You know, the people that make games will make games open GPL first, Linux and all that shit first. No, games are made on Windows and then ported to wherever the fuck else. That's the way. That's the nature of the business. You know what I mean? And you know that's it. Never. Like, it could have been a success. If they made one or two SKUs, not 25 different SKUs, and they'd have made one SKU. $500, $600, and you know what? This is the Steam machine. Not have 1,000, you know, different things, and you know, it's not going to compete like that. Not going after say they were going after the PlayStation game and the Xbox game. The PlayStation game and the Xbox, they're not spending $2,000 on the console. That's the PC game. So you know, you know, what I mean, they were competing with themselves. Like that was just, you know, not a a smart business move. And
Man, that was a weird time in gaming, boy, because they was hyped about the dang on Steam
but
machine.
I mean, we all were. And
I was never hyped about Steam machines.
Gabe, no, whatever his name was up there. Boy, had the troops ready. Ain't nothing, man. That thing flopped. Man, bad.
It was IGN and one of them interviewed Don Matrick. He was like, what you guys, you have another competitor come into the, console markets. I don't know. It costs a lot of money being a hardware business. I don't know, they want to do that. They probably knew that Valve wasn't making their own PCs. With Dell and Hewlett Packard and all that shit. But it probably could have been successful. They come up with a $500 machine. They do the hardware and stuff. And sold it for $500. It probably could have did much better than now. Like, who the fuck, a Steam machine? Shit. You know what I mean?
We're gonna take questions next year.
Yeah, we can take a few.
Yeah. Oh, I just wanted to point out something about Sony's conference. They're going to show a lot of Project Morpheus stuff.
I hope not.
Well, they are, because they're looking to sell that next year, early next year. They said.
How much is that?
Huh?
How much is it?
We don't know yet.
Oh,
but there's a reason why they're probably going to start packing in that eye and everything. They want everybody to buy. You got to have them 2 dildo things that you wave around and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Turkey cone? The fuck? Jay Williams said he's mooching a turkey cone. What the fuck? So I think Jay Williams.
Yeah, Jay Williams, man, he's the graphic god, dude.
Yeah, the graphic god. So if you guys got a question you guys want to ask right now, you can answer for your questions live on the air. Let me refresh the page and read some of these comments. It's your boy John Dude.
Oh, you guys are going to pick up State of Decay here in a couple weeks, right?
When does that come out?
I think it comes out April 28th, I think, or 26th.
Yeah, I'd probably pick it up, go to Target or reserve it at Target or something. I didn't play the first State of Decay. I don't even know what the hell the game was about, or.
It's like an open world zombie game. It's pretty good fun.
It has a co-op?
No, there's no co-op.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it screams for co-op. Apparently, the sequel is supposed to have, or Class 4, or whatever the hell it is supposed to have it. This is just the single-player one. They said they could have added co-op to this one, but it would have been real clunky.
Real clunky? Oh wow. Oh okay. Okay. Cage Gamer. He said, "You guys are serious." Hold on. Yes, baby. Okay, I'll get you some more. Now, sit down for 10 minutes. Let me finish the show. I'll be out in 10 minutes, okay? Okay, when it's charged, 10 minutes. Go sit down. It says here, Cage Gamer said, "You guys are seriously comparing." Oh, we got a question here.
you didn't put the number out there.
Hold on. Hold on 1 second, Tadpole. Let me finish reading this question before you say anything. Cage Gamer put, "You guys are seriously comparing a system that had 10 years plus worth of games to a console that is not even 2 years old yet." Correct, I guess.
It's not just games, though. It's the whole setup. The fucking thing works. The 360 runs circles around both of them. It does. I don't have to worry about my achievements. I don't have to worry about anything. Everything works the way it's supposed to. You know what I'm saying? And it's old-ass tech with 512 megabits of RAM, and yet the games still look good. It works. The online works. You know what I mean? The friends list always works. You see what I'm saying? You can send voice messages. The party chat always works.
Okay. All right. Okay. Okay, Tadpole, what's going on? You have a question for the show?
I always have a question for you guys.
Jesus.
Oh, it's this dude.
He's the one that was going to throw a flaming bag of shit on your house next gen.
No, I'm not going to do that. But I thought there were some men in this community, and I was sadly mistaken. You are boys.
Why do we let this guy troll us?
Hey, dude, it's classic. Hey, man, I'm telling you, man, people crazy, man.
That dude sounded stalkerish, dude. No shit.
Yeah, he do, man. You know it. You knew it was gonna be a problem when the voice popped in. Like, how you guys doing? I'd have hung up on that.
Like, come on with the weird shit. Don't fuck it up for Ed.
I'd have told him, like, man, you know what? You're about to meet the clicker.
Hey, yo,
that's nothing but the tone right there.
Check this out, though. Mike or whoever it was that just asked that question about, he says that they had 10 years to perfect the UI. Of course they did, but don't you think that maybe Sony and Microsoft could have fucking used everything that was already on the PS3 and Xbox 360 and then fucking set up their new consoles with that shit already worked out on there, right? Instead, they make you step back. You know what I'm saying? It's a fucking ridiculous that they had to do this, and it pisses me off, right? They took away a bunch of features, and they're still not caught up to where the 360 had. You should have, when they launch a new console, it should have everything that the old
one had plus
from
more.
the start, and then you add to it because it's next fucking generation. You don't take it all away. Like, why did we have to wait for a fucking bio? Right? Like, what was the thinking behind that? Why did we have to wait for voice messaging? Why did we have to wait for all of this shit that the 360 had for years?
Hey, crap, but you did realize that when Microsoft took away the DRM, being the whole system was built on that, the whole mainframe, that they
we knew that.
Yeah, so.
But it ain't just Microsoft though, because Sony didn't put a lot of stuff in there.
Microsoft too. Yeah, look, the PS4
both
is
of them
a PS3.5, dude. That whole damn thing is basically the same thing, and it's like the same user interface as the PS3, but which is still bad because the PS3 interface was nothing special. You see what I'm saying? It's like there's nothing really good going on there. You know, they added some pictures to it or whatever. It still takes forever to get to the store. I can't even get to the store. I get an error a lot of the time. I don't understand what the problem is. You're paying for online on that thing now. That's unacceptable in my opinion.
Well. Hey, man, like I said, I hope it gets better. Well, I know it will get better. I said I know it will get better. Let's look how much the Xbox One has changed since day one since we first got it. So, that's what I'm more excited for. Because just thinking about when I got my 360 at launch, and I had the orange screen, the orange blaze. We went from at launch in 2005 to where it is now, and that's what I'm up to. I'm excited about.
Hey, Lace Chucks has a good question. He says, if you had to pick one exclusive game to come out as an Xbox One bundle with decals and graphics on it, what would it be?
Oh, say it again. You said if they do what with a bundle?
If you could pick one exclusive bundle for the Xbox One with decals and graphics on it, what would it be?
Mine would have to be Tomb Raider, man.
What you say? You said Tomb Raider?
Mine would have to be Tomb Raider.
I would say Halo 5. You got to sell your damn thing. That Halo sells more than anything.
Yeah,
so
but I kind of figured Halo would be. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, he did say one exclusive, but I would have just picked something odd because I think the Batman one looks. What Sony did with the Batman one, God, that looks nice.
You know what?
You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna go left field. If rumors are true about the Joe Montana NFL 2K 16 being exclusive, give me I think that would be ingenious. Brand a few of your favorite teams, and some people can buy them. Like I think that would be hot. Have a Patriots one or a Jets one. Like I think that would put a big helmet or something on it. I think that'd be hot. And people take that football shit to heart. Having your own Patriots,
Yeah, we haven't. That shit's died out pretty quick too. We haven't really heard much about it lately.
What about the Joe Montana thing?
Oh, did you guys hear? Apparently, the April update for the regular people has no voice messaging in it. Did you? No. Like, I don't know if they're getting it in two different things like we did.
We got two updates back.
Yeah.
We sure did. Yeah.
Like you guys did are pissed off because you didn't get the voice messaging. That's because it's going to probably come in two updates, just like the preview users got. Like we didn't get voice messages right at first either.
I don't know.
So how you see? Hold your horses. It's coming.
Yeah, we got
Goodness.
it.
We got it. I mean, I know this was the second update for myself, so guess it's gonna be two.
Okay. Omeziago says Microsoft only has 5 studios for the Xbox platform.
Yeah, I already handled that troll. I gave him the Wikipedia list because he missed.
Let's say 343 Studios, Black Tusk Studios, Lionhead Studios, Rare, Turn 10. Who does the Oh, that's Turn 10. Yeah, but they got a lot more than that, bro. A lot more. I forgot who the fuck does the Zoo Tycoon and all that. Microsoft got a lot of stuff.
Yeah, like Frontier, Twisted Pixel, Press Play. They got a lot. Oh, let's not forget they own Mojang now as well. So.
Ooh, forgot about that.
Yeah.
Forgot about that. This is okay. Cow of Gaming. Wait. Let's go back here. It says Jensen Khan So Sony is in a better position because it's just like the show said, all their games are out. So everything they announced will be new. Horizon, the new Gorilla game, and pretty much all their other studios all got PS4 stuff. They have the most cards to play with in terms of how much the public doesn't know about. And I'm gonna tell you, Con, I'm gonna say to you, like, not really yeah or no, because when you say, well, all these big games that these studios are working on, they were indie games like Little Big Princess and this. Sony doesn't have that type of money, brother, to have these quote unquote big studios all working on AAA big budget blockbuster games. They don't, you know what I mean? Sony said themselves that the days of them pumping out all those exclusives and stuff, you know, and not making any money is no more. So Sony's trying to spend as little as they can and maximize their profit. You know what I mean? You know, they say Guerrilla Games may be working on a game. That shit might be an indie game. It might be some shit like Little Fat Princess. Remember, you guys are saying, "Oh, wait till Sony's out of line. They work to see what the new game they're working on." It was a goddamn indie game. You know what I mean? So. Yeah. You know, I take that with a grain of salt, you know, but, you know, we shall see. You know, we shall see. So we can get 2 more in here. Let me refresh the page. I got a whole bunch of shit. It's nice.
Psycho Gamer had a good one, too.
Hey, read it. Check it out. Read it.
Yeah, hold on. I'm all the way down at the bottom. I got to scroll up. Where are you at?
Oh, Psycho Gamer says, "Why are you guys disappointed with the generation so far? You guys you've been gaming long enough to know that the generations don't really shine until the second year." He says, "God of War 2 on the PS2 looked better than anything on the 360 and PS3."
No,
I don't agree with that. I think that the 360 right at launch had Call of Duty 2. Perfect Dark Zero, Cameo, and then within that first year had Gears of War, Dead or Alive 4, Prey, Saints Row.
Call it not Skyrim. What's the other one? Not Skyrim. What's the game?
It wasn't Elder Scrolls. It was Oblivion. It was Oblivion.
Oblivion. Yeah, Oblivion.
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah. They had some. You know, here's why we most disappointed. Let me say it again, okay? I understand the generation is starting off slow and these games have to be made. But the problem is that 95% of my games that I can play, I can also get on the PS3 and the 360. You know what I mean? So when I was under the impression I was buying a next generation console, it was to play some next generation games. You know what I mean? To get games that I couldn't get on my 360 and PS3. That was the reason why I upgraded.
Yeah. Well, my disappointment is 2 things. It's the games. I haven't seen that game like look, even in the first year, from 2006 to 2007 with the PS3, you had in 2007, so within a year, you had Metal Gear 4, you had the first Uncharted, you had Resistance at launch. So there was at least a few kind of wow, and I think Resistance had 64-player online. So multiplayer. So there was like kind of a next gen kind of tinge to that, right? I got that. With the Xbox 360, you know, right away I was playing like Call of Duty 2, and that had a good online. And within the first year, Gears, and it was Project Gotham Racing 3. There was really great looking games right out within the first year. We're going to be in 2 years, and we still haven't seen anything that's like, wow. You know what I'm saying? There hasn't been that moment.
A lot of the games look like it should have been on a 360.
Yeah,
anyway.
Yeah. So not only do we have not any wow factor, but we're also having little problems with the shit that we do have, like the service is down, or this, or little glitches, or achievements aren't popping, or trophies aren't coming up. You know what I'm saying? It's like these little issues, and they bug me because last gen was really fucking down. Look at 2013. What came out on 360? I'll tell you, some of the best games of the entire fucking generation is what came out. From 2012 to 2013, you had Halo 4, Forza Horizon, BioShock Infinite, Tomb Raider, the reboot. I mean, The Last of Us. You had that. They were nailing it. And then, like I said, boom, you hit the reset button and you get shit for 2 years. It's bullshit, is what it is.
Yeah.
Because
the thing is, I think what we sit here saying is it should be progression. It shouldn't be to where, you know, every time a new console come out, we hitting the reset button where we have to suffer through 2 years of just nothing.
They should be better prepared.
It should be better prepared. This is Microsoft's third console. I think they should have been way better prepared than what
Although
they
I
were.
will say that they're better prepared
regardless,
than Sony has been.
I mean, probably so, but it's you taking, you looking at, you know, boom, boom, boom. But what I'm saying is they should have been more prepared, More games should have been done. They had these consoles in preparation for a while now. They knew they were coming. Hey, you cannot sit here and tell me that games is still being, worked on when they knew this trash was coming out.
Yeah, and check this out. Look, Sony should have had The Last of Us, God of War Ascension, and Gran Turismo 6 or 7 or whatever the hell that was should have been launch titles for the PS4, and that would have blown everybody away. You know what I'm saying? Microsoft should have had Gears Judgment or what have you as a launch title.
That stuff. Yeah, launch title.
Should have been a launch title on the Xbox One. You know what I'm saying? They should. Why? You know what I'm saying? Like, they did a lot of stuff right, like Killer Instinct. I like a lot of the stuff, but it hasn't been perfect. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy my Xbox One. It's just I'm a little bit disappointed in all of them. You know what I'm saying? It's just that they're not what I think they should be at this point. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Well, we got to go.
Yeah, I just.
I'm sorry, bro.
Oh no, I'm just saying, like, this. Last gen is really just suffocating this gen.
Yep.
I don't think they both can coexist unless, like I said, they invest their money into like a whole nother people developing for whatever that hardware is and not suffocating what the new hardware is right now. We really need to see a change.
All right, I got some good questions here. We got 3 more to go short. It says here, Amazing was an important question. This wasn't the one I answered here. Would you guys like to see another Power Stone game?
I think nobody would buy it.
Yeah, I think that most people would know what the hell it is. The younger generation would know what the hell Power Stone was. Yeah. On the Dreamcast. You gotta realize.
It don't make dollars. It don't make sense. That's why if a game's not coming back, it's because they don't believe that it has a marketable future. That's all it comes down to.
Okay, J Long 908. Are you from Jersey, J Long? But anyway, he says I like the fact that you guys are more critical and honest about Microsoft now. This is how it's. This is a show that keeps on improving. So keep up the good work, guys.
I thought we were always like we don't bash people over the head with it, which was the difference. Like a lot of people will just hate on Microsoft.
They come all out like, forget Microsoft. Yeah. This is bastards. I'll be like, man, shut up.
You can get the negative stuff from anyone, but we're just fans and we're just kind of giving our. And we've always done this, but there's no need to bash people over the head with negativity. You know what I'm saying? We're just sharing a little bit of concerns, talking it out. You know what I'm saying?
We can be a champion of any product, but we are consumers first. And as far as me, like I said, I can be, I'm an Xbox dude, but I'm a consumer first. Yeah. And I'm just voicing just with this generation period. Not just Microsoft, Sony as well. You know what I mean? I just feel like last generation needs to go. But it is what it is. I got a good question here from Mike Capizzi. I'm sorry, I know I fucked your name. I'm just going to call you Mike. This is a really good question here. I got a question. What game will be around in 20 years, Halo or Uncharted, and why?
Halo, because Uncharted, we're already getting the last one. Supposedly, Uncharted 4 is going to be the last one because Naughty Dog doesn't want to make those games anymore.
I would say Halo, because Halo's Halo's like Star Wars, a bunch of books, they can do a lot with Halo, a lot of different wars, and
they've already talked about it lasting for 20, 30 years or whatever the hell it is. You know what I mean? So
yeah, books and shit. Halo, because Halo was like Star Wars was from. You got books and different wars and different whole bunch of shit, man. Bunch of little, especially if the Ancient Lock thing takes off. That's his own story there in his parallel, you know what I mean? So it is what it is. We can do 2 more. I had a really good one for us. What the hell? I done lost it. Jesus. You guys see anything you want to ask real quick?
Hold on, I'm refreshing the page.
Okay, Jamie for the show. This ain't what I was looking at, though. Damn, I had a good question. Do you guys think that Microsoft will announce a VR headset and at a good price to go against Sony? Microsoft can sell it at a low cost and force Sony to do what they're saying. Jamie, for sure, if you don't know, about 2 years ago, we had these leaked documents from Microsoft, which we know was true because Microsoft had just taken down off the internet, and they talked about the VR glasses for the Xbox One. You know what I mean? So
I think those are their AR though, right?
AR, VR. What the augmented reality and virtual reality? What's explain it? Augmented reality is like
Well, augmented reality, it means that you can still see everything normally,
Mm-hmm.
but it adds to the experience. Like you don't need goggle, like these big old helmet. VR puts you in like a virtual reality where you
Yeah.
have everything blocking off your sight and everything, right? So kind of puts you in the game. Like augmented reality could like potentially do Cortana like as a something like popping up right in front of you while you're playing Halo or something and talking to you. You know what I'm saying? It could be, you could that's what that is. It's like yeah. But I
that will
don't
be
think, to be honest with you, I don't see them doing that. I see them taking the same kind of stance they took with 3D. They waited and saw what Sony did. It didn't take off, so they didn't really have a need to. I mean, they tested the waters. The couple games they put out were 3D enabled, but for the most part, they just let Sony take all the risk and then eat all the damages.
yeah, okay. All right, we can do one last. We can close up to you guys. See you guys Sunday. Uh, um. Okay, I got two. Jesus. All right, I got this one right here. All right, we should do with this here. All right. What game? Like, okay. ATL Prince 85. What game can Microsoft show at E3 to drop everybody's draws?
Draws or Jaws?
Draws. Say that. Drop everybody's jaws.
Microsoft?
You said what?
You mean Microsoft?
Yeah, Microsoft. What can Microsoft show at E3? They will drop everybody's jaws. Like, oh shit, what can they show?
I think it's gonna have to be Halo.
Halo, we know about it.
I know, but we haven't seen it. Isn't this supposed to be like the most ultimate thing?
I think footage of the story will probably be nice. I'd like to see that.
Well, I'm gonna take a step outside the box. I'm gonna say, if Scalebound looks really nice, like Epic, like Kevin Lob said, you know what I mean, and Platinum Games does do great games. So we haven't seen any gameplay. I'm really looking for that to really whoa us, you know what I mean? And it's only on next generation, so so they can take all their resources and just focus on that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna I'm gonna say this shit again. If when 2K Sports take to the stage Joe Montana and they announce NFL 2K16 Joe Montana and it's exclusive to the Xbox One with the stuff, I think everybody's gonna go crazy about that shit. You know what I mean? Whoa, like my man said, what was that guy from EA? Buy the license in, buy the license. You know what I mean? So I think that I'm really looking forward to if that happens. You know what I mean? So. I think Scalebound and probably. Oh yeah, I forgot Epic. If they supposed to be working the sport for this exclusive, that supposed to be based off the Samaritan demo. Have you seen that Samaritan demo by chance? If you guys have, any of you guys have not seen it, you're watching the show live right now. Go to YouTube and put in this Samaritan demo by Epic, and that was running on Unreal Engine 3. Now, look at that shit right there. If we can get a game based on that right there, oh god. That was fucking epic.
I just like the character in general with that game. That game, that's what I want to see. I want to see a game that has a new character that we can all get on board with. That can probably be a franchise character like Kratos and all that. That dude has the potential of being that. We just haven't heard anything about it since the demo. But the thing is, if that's a demo that's could turn out to be a brilliant idea. But if they went with that game, I hope they went with it. I've been hearing that it's still been in development, and we hear things when it's time to hear things. But I hope they show it because it's time. Because that game been 2011 when they first showed it.
They showed that Samaritan demo in 2012.
2000. I thought it was 2011, but it could be 2012.
It was 2012.
Yeah. But the thing was, that's a lot of years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To not put nothing behind it.
Before we blow, bro, can you imagine we still was getting that Star Wars games 1313? Did you see that? And I'm not even a Star Wars buff. Like, that's the type of shit. Like, don't get me wrong.
I got a feeling yeah, you know what? Like, I know what you're going to say, yeah. And it looked, what we saw, which was obviously PC, we would have ended up getting the same we would have got the same watered down thing as Watch Dogs. it wouldn't have looked nearly as good as that when the final product.
But you gotta realize, Watch though came out on the 360 and all that shit was, you know what I mean? That was just next generation.
Maybe.
No,
it was supposed to come out like what, last year or something. I guarantee it would have came out on 360.
I don't know that, but no, because they were saying about when I was reading about what they wanted to do with the life save as far as taking off limbs, and they couldn't been done on last generation and stuff like that. So, you know.
If you ever play the Force Unleashed, they did a pretty good job with all that stuff in those games.
Yeah, you know, man, but you know, like I don't know, but I'm really salty about that, man. I really want that to the day.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was dope. Like that was. I'm not even a big Star Wars dude, but that was really, really nice, man.
Yeah, it was sick.
Okay. Well, anyway, man, thank you guys. Unless you want to say something, thank you guys for tuning in live with us. We got a skeleton crew here. We're gonna see you guys next Sunday, and we pulled the show out of our ass. We ain't had much to talk about, but I really enjoyed this show today, man. We appreciate you guys rocking out with us live. We got over 100 people here today, right now, in the spur of the moment, man. We appreciate it, man. Crap, want to say anything?
Yeah, man. Thanks for joining, and we appreciate all the support. Keep it Xbox.
Yeah, listen too, man, and I thank you guys for also retweeting our shows and rocking out with Big Game with Small Talk, man. We're just gonna redo this shit for you, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do this shit for y'all, and we enjoy doing it, man. Bang, bang, we out of here.
Rack 'em up.
Yeah. This thing, man.